Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin. Thanks for joining us today to talk about some coins. Just remember to go ahead when you watch videos, hit the like button, leave some comments. It helps out the algorithm. For YouTube, for those of you who don't understand what the algorithm is, imagine your HOA. That's what the algorithm is on YouTube. They control everything, and you get a vote. All right, guys. So Barry says, I'm wondering why ancient coins don't sell for more. I see them on your website, and you have some really old stuff for as low as $85. It seems like they should be more. Maybe it's just a matter of rarity or condition. In any case, there's a topic to discuss. And so we shall discuss ancient coins and coin collecting, at least from a small region of the world, which is going to be everything kind of around the Mediterranean, so to speak, because the things that people think about in Western culture, anyways, is what we would call Greek or Roman coins and coin collecting. Now, of course, for those of you who have a third grade level of geography, you think of Greece as a country and Rome as a country. You're correct. Now, don't think of that when you think of Roman and Greek coins, because actually, when we talk about Roman and Greek coins and coin collecting, we're actually talking about a time period. Greek coins, think of Greek coins as anything that came first, and then the Romans came second. And I laugh about this to myself and to you because one of my favorite things about history is that the Romans were like huge on, we're not Greek anymore, we're all Roman now. Of course, then all they did was, take all of the Greek stuff and change the names and said it was Roman now. Welcome to humanity, right? Americans weren't the first ones to do that. So Roman and Greek coins, ancient coins, are a fun area to collect and can be very confusing or overwhelming. I am only going to talk about those regions because I don't know a lot about the ancient, what we would call East and Far East. So that's a whole entire other world of ancient coins that you can get into. I'm going to talk very specifically about Roman and Greek coins, and yeah, you can get them for even less than, you can get them for stuff like that. Field finds for a few bucks, $5. You go to a coin show, you probably see somebody with a bunch of old ancient Roman coins, Greek coins, and they're fun and they're inexpensive because nowhere near as many people collect them as collect modern US coins. And the nice thing for me, I consider a nice thing, is that more and more of these coins are getting certified by NGC, and I believe that helps the marketplace because it helps the average collector get to understand the coins better by being able to buy something that they know is labeled correctly. The hard thing is when you go to a coin show, if you see especially a US dealer with an ancient coin that's raw and it's just labeled, you're not really sure if they have the knowledge base to label it correctly. And so if you go to the ancient dealers, the world dealers, most of them probably have things labeled correctly. And I am in no way saying that you should only buy certified ancient coins. What I am saying is that I think it's good for the marketplace because the big barrier for all of us, the same reason why I'm not talking about ancient Chinese coins, is the knowledge barrier. Sometimes it's a language barrier. But I'm always promoting books. And if you want to get into ancients, collecting ancients, I always tell people the Roman book. This is the book to get by David Van Meter. And this book is just very well done, a soft-bound book, and it is in chronological order. One of my favorite things is there's a nice little bit of history for each ruler right at the top, at the beginning of each section. And that is fun because you get to learn that these guys had names that were not just Augustus, which is what it says at the heading, because it goes Caius Octavius Thurnus, later Caius Julius Caesar Octavianus, right? So, not just some of my goth friends from high school changed their names. It was actually these guys went by different names also. But the Van Meter book is really a great starter book because it goes into a good amount of detail in very layman's terms about denominations, and then the history is chronological. Now, Roman is fun because, you can kind of start to read stuff. You can actually literally see names. And once you go through this book, you'll start to recognize, okay, well, I understand what all these little things on the coins say and mean. But then you get into Greek coins, and then you hit the expression, it's all Greek to me. And so unless you have a friend who actually speaks Greek and knows the Greek alphabet, pretty soon you're like, oh man, what am I getting into? This book is unlike any other book because this is pictorial. This is 100% pictorial. So what you'll see is you'll find pictures of things, and they'll be organized in a way so that you say, oh, hey, I see a big palm tree on here. And then at the beginning section, you have either human figures or animals or fish. So these are all segmented by image. You find the image, and it gives you a reference number, and you find the reference number, and you simply go through and do it by image. Absolutely one of my favorite books. This is Greek Coin Types and Their Identifications by Richard Plant. The reason why coin collecting, ancient coins, are so inexpensive is that combination of availability and demand. There's not a ton of people who collect this stuff. And it's a great time still to collect ancient coins, especially the beginner stuff. You don't need to buy something that is really high end. You can still buy a lot of coins for $20 to $100 and enjoy the hobby and start to put together things that you find interesting or have historical significance. I think one of the other reasons why ancient coins aren't necessarily collected as much as US coins is overall relatability. So there's a huge swath of ancient coins that people don't collect because they don't know anything about the ruler or the history. People really tend to collect history that they're familiar with. So you'll see certain time periods in the US that'll have some extra collectability. Colonial time periods, the Civil War, things of that nature. And you'll see the same things with ancient coins where there'll be certain coins, whether they have a biblical reference or maybe it's something that is more very, very historically famous or has been made famous through movies and cinema. And all of those types of things can drive parts of the coin market because you have demand, because everybody wants Julius Caesar. Everybody wants Et tu Brute, right? Everybody wants certain things. Maybe they like the owl. I mean, that's just a thing that happens sometimes, not just some knucklehead on YouTube. But there are lots of things that drive all types of the coin market. Supply and demand, it's still the real deal at the end of the day. And so, by the way, if you start the drinking game, when I say at the end of the day, you're not going to make it through the end of the day. Let's just put it that way. I'm going to have to work on some new speech patterns here. All right, guys. So if you collect ancient coins and you have interest in sharing your hobby with other people, drop some special notes down here in the comments section about just some tips and pointers for people who are looking to get into ancient coins. Whether it's a website you love, there's some YouTube guys that are real rock stars when it comes to this type of material. Go ahead and drop some names down there, all right? In the meantime, thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.